what? We are back. Listen, welcome guys to another episode of F.A.M E Weekly Talk. This is the final, we have the final guest, all right? We're covering this week's theme, Caring is Sharing. I'm your host, Mishka Mactor, right? Coming to you guys live from Barbados, and this happens every week right here on this Instagram page, F.A.M.E Festival _ Barbados, all right, 7 p.m. sharp every Sunday. We do this. We talk to people all across the spectrum, all right? The person's all across the spectrum. Food, art, music, and the environment. Did I tell you my name is Mishka Mactor? That is my name, and I'm here with the F.A.M.E family crew, okay? We got Margaret, we have Badran, and they're making sure things are running smoothly. Listen, I've been talking since 2 o'clock. You know that, right? I've been on air at 2 o'clock. I've been talking since 2 o'clock. Yes, we got paid to talk. That's what it is, okay? Want to say hey to everyone that is joining us for the first time. Hi, King Mali _13. How are you doing? Are you guys good? Thank you so much for joining us. Listen, get the people coming, man. Spread the word and tell a friend. We're going to be chatting with Noemi White. Yeah, she is gonna let us know what is happening over at Early Stimulation Center. She works there as well, contributing her time because, you know, this week's theme is sharing is caring. And you know, we're gonna have a conversation, man. We are gonna have a conversation. So earlier we chatted with some amazing individuals, all right, covering food. We had Sophie Mitchell. And then we moved on to Yasmin Viscarado. Did I get it? Yeah, over there at Paint and Groove. Yeah, the F.A.M.E crew. We're going to be painting and grooving. And for music, we had Mr. Kirk Brown. He needs no introduction, man. Yeah, actor, media personality, businessman, talking about his moves in music and, of course, his contributions to a lot of charity organizations right here in Barbados. And then we had a conversation with Latoya. Haven't seen Latoya in ages, man, over at Nature Fun Ranch. Listen, guys, even Shada is on board. Yeah, she's a part of the team. Oh, impressive. And up next, guys, we're going to be talking to Noemi White. We're going to have a conversation, man. We are going to have a conversation with her. And, of course, the great work that she's doing with children as well. All right? So remember, guys, this is F.A.M E Weekly Talk. It is happening every Sunday right here. Hi, mommy. My mom logs on every time. That is like, yeah. How are you doing, mommy? Are you all good? Are you good? Are we good? Yes. Nay. This is the F.A.M E Weekly Talk, my people. We're waiting for Noemi. Yes, we are waiting for her to come over and have a chat with us. The outer environment. Oh, yes. Oh, we can just see right through. This is all for the people. It really is. So, guys, like I said, this happens every Sunday right here on this Instagram, all right? Every week, we pick a theme, all right? We invite some amazing individuals to come over and share their stories because, you know, we all try to just live better lives, man. That's exactly what we're doing, man. Everything from the food, from the art, the music, and, of course, the environment. I want to say hey to Kyle and Philip. Eco Sky Water. We're sipping. Is it water from the sky? Hence the name Sky Water. Listen, this is 100% plant-based bottle, premium drinking water, and it's harvested from Beijing skies. That's what we're drinking tonight, okay? That's what we're all drinking. We are all drinking water tonight. That's what it is, man. Oh, it's so good. Hi, Alicia. How are you doing? I hope you're good. Okay, so I see a request here to join. Are we ready to have Noemi White 789? Make sure that you guys follow on Instagram. Yes, let's do this, man. Let us do this. This is F.A.M E Weekly Talk. F.A.M E Weekly Talk. This week's theme, Hi, my darling.
Hi.
How
Hi.
are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about the delay. I'm not sure what happened. I sent a request from the beginning. I was there with you right through from since 7 o'clock.
Oh,
So,
well, thank you for being so patient. I hope you enjoyed the show. I know that you did.
yeah, it was really interesting to follow, and I'll definitely follow you some more. It is, as was said previously, I think it is really great to have such diversity
Yes,
and to share the word and spread what people are doing.
definitely, man.
So,
Welcome
well
to
done.
F.A.M.E Weekly Talk again. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How have you been?
I've been good. Honestly, I think generally I am a person who always tends to see the silver lining in everything. So, I'm just giving thanks. Things are really good, and I'm hoping that through that attitude, I can also spread and share some of that goodness and happiness and so forth that I have.
Yeah, wow. Seeing the silver lining. That's yeah, that's great. Pass it on to everyone, okay? So we can all see the
Yes.
silver lining. For real. Okay, Naomi, tell us. Introduce yourself. Let us know who is Naomi White.
Well, Noemi White is, I have been in Barbados now 20 years, but originally I was born in Switzerland of Hungarian parents. And I've done my background in psychology, but I've been working in early child development, especially at the Sunshine Early Stimulation Center now for the past 12 years ish. And yeah, I'm passionate. As I said earlier, I'm really an optimist. I tend to always look at the glass half full, genuinely so. And I love children. I love people. I really love to meet new people, love to travel. Now, obviously, restrictions don't
Yeah,
allow us to do that. But I love food, and I love art, and I love music. So, this is really a great platform.
great. Wonderful. Oh, she loves art, she loves music, she loves fame. That's what she's saying, right? Pretty much. Yeah, exactly what it
Absolutely.
is. Okay, so you started out doing counseling for a woman in domestic violence situation.
That's right. So that was my first introduction to counseling, supporting families, women and children who had experienced some form of gender-based violence. And, that was definitely a very rich experience. I've learned a lot. It is not something that I think anyone really can do for years and years and years and years without, having to be very, very careful about some form of vicarious traumatization. I think anyone
Yeah.
who is in the caregiving profession will know about that it's extremely important there, especially to, do self-care and so forth. So I loved it, but I was really interested in working more closely with children specifically, and I really got more specialized in early child development, understanding typical development, and therefore having a better understanding also what happens when development might be derailed. And so, working now with children with neurodevelopmental challenges, children with special needs, they're still my teachers up to now. I learned so much from them, and yeah, it's a passion of mine.
Oh my goodness. So, you mentioned um, not being when you work in a profession like dealing with traumatized women and so forth. Obviously, you need to do some sort of self care as well. But is that why you switched
Absolutely.
from dealing with abusive women and children in abusive situations to children development? What made you switch?
Well, there were many reasons that, having to realize the high stress environment, that I was in, I just knew for myself I loved it, but it's not something I can do for 10 years or for 20 years. So I did want to explore more, learn more in different, experience diversity. And as I also mentioned earlier, it's just I always, working with the families that were affected by domestic violence, my passion was working with the children, assisting the children with their experiences, with the process. And so I just knew that I really wanted to work more with the younger age group. And, it so happened then that I ended up working at a school now.
Oh my goodness! And that school is Sunshine Early Stimulation Center.
That's
That's
right. The
good.
Sunshine Early Stimulation Center, a lot of people don't really know about it. Also, we have also been around for about 13 years now. It's
Okay.
a registered charity, and we have children from as young as 1.5, but typically more 2 years of age, up to the age of 11. And all of them have some form of developmental delays or challenges or disorders. And I work very closely also with the parents as well as with the families, and we currently have 70. Well, for the new year, we have 70 children enrolled.
70,
7
70.
0, yeah, yeah.
Okay, and you work with the children all across the age groups. From is there a particular age group that you work with?
Well, because my role is really in family services, I primarily work with the family system, understanding that a child coming to school doesn't come in a vacuum. We have a very family-oriented approach. It is something that I wish all schools would be able to do more, but of course, smaller
Yeah.
schools would have more opportunity to do so. But anything that happens to a child at school, they will take back home in the evening, and anything that happens at home in the home environment, they will take to school. So that dialogue is extremely important to maintain, even more so working with children who are not necessarily verbal or who may not be able to use their words in a way that is, where they can tell a story or they can tell what's going on for them. So yes, I work more closely with the families, but I do also, when I get the chance, I do. What I love to do is really play therapeutic intervention. It's a form of developmental
What is it called?
therapy
Sorry.
that
Oh, I
it's
heard
it's
intervention. I think the first word.
right. It's a developmental intervention. So what
Okay.
that means is that we're working with where the child is at, and look at the various areas of development, such as communication development, emotional development, social development, um, cognitive development, physical development, sensory integration development, and so forth. So, and then we will work with an individual approach. So not necessarily, well, this age, this child is so and so old and therefore they should be doing XYZ and that's what we'll teach them, but more so looking at the skills and the strengths of a child and work with those to then lift and highlight and develop some of the weaknesses.
Oh my wow, commendable work. So again, it's a process, right? Like you said, a child doesn't come to school in a vacuum. So you start almost at the root and kind of work your way up. At least trying to understand a little bit of the home life and what's happening, right?
I love that you use that analogy about the root, because we do actually follow one of our models that we use is called the learning tree. And it is where that analogy, of course, for children, being like a plant, where everybody wants the fruit. We
Yeah.
want the child to read and to write and to debate and so
Yeah.
forth. But we have to know that before you want to get at the fruit of the tree, you have to take care of the roots. You have to take care of that trunk. You have to take care of the nurturing environment, which is the soil and the garden. What are you going to add? What kind of nurturing and caring environment are you going to provide for this development to happen? Because just like you cannot make a plant grow, you cannot start pulling it up, and you cannot make development happen in a child neither, but you have to add the proper environmental additions, for lack of better words,
Yeah.
the fertilizer and the water and the sun,
Yes, of course.
For it to happen in its most ideal environment.
To grow and bring forth fruits. All right. Um, you mentioned something earlier about the Family Service Fund. This is
That's
something.
right.
Tell us
So,
a little bit more about it.
yeah, so in the same way as we're really working with the families on the whole, the more we do know them. So I'm proud to say that of all the 70 students that we have, I know every parent who, at least those who came, as
Yeah.
obviously if there's a single parent household, might not know the second parent, but we know them by name, and they know all of the teachers as well. And so it's a very family oriented approach.
Yeah.
But so yes, everybody may not have the same opportunities in terms of their socioeconomic background. So we do not want any child who needs to be at our center to get that therapy or to get that school intervention. we don't want them to not be able to, you know, access it, sorry,
Yeah.
just because of poor, or poor conditions or lesser opportunities. And so we have the help of amazing funders. We have some very generous organizations such as Derek Smith and the Sandy Lane Charitable Trust. We have the Maria Holden Memorial Trust. We've had other private people as well who have really, donated towards making the program accessible to our children. So, for instance, in terms of the maintenance of the school, or for instance, with regards to scholarships. However, the day-to-day basis for a lot of these families is still very hard. And as Kurt Brown earlier was saying, I don't think a majority of, I don't think everybody's really quite aware as to how much poverty it really is.
Wow.
And in some of the households, how heartbreaking the conditions are that families with children have to work through day in, day out, being fearful of where next they're going to get the next meal from. And so we wanted to, in addition, alleviate some of these challenges for our families as well, and for some other additional families in the community as well that have children with special needs. So, for example, the Family Services Fund would have donated food vouchers for families to be able to go to the supermarket, or food hampers with actually fresh, produce or food, non-perishable items. We also would have been able to donate school shoes or buy the school uniforms for the child, buy their school supplies. Sometimes it may be a situation where I do home visits and I recognize, wow, there is really some unhealthy conditions or even endangering conditions for the family members to live in this house. And we will see that we can liaise with either other agencies or that we can raise funds for there to be help in the house as well, to even, fix a part of the house, or provide certain devices that the child may need, be it for their therapy, be it for their learning, be it, sometimes as simple as toys, or having things that help them with their sensory processing and so forth. So the fund so far has really done amazing things, but it is hard to maintain, to match the need. The need is so great. That's the honest.
I know. It's heartbreaking when you really think about it as well. So if you wanted to make a donation to the fund, how can we go about doing this?
Well, I would really recommend to either write us an email, say that you're interested, and we will provide you with the information exactly in terms of the account information. So I can also put the email down here in the chat.
Definitely.
You can also visit us on Facebook. I do have to admit that our Facebook upkeep has not been as vibrant as we would like it to be.
Well, you guys are
especially
doing good work as well, so we will forgive you for that. You are forgiven.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I am putting it in here sorry, I am one of those persons who cannot talk and write at the same time.
It's okay.
So here,
I'll talk for you. So guys, we're joined by Noemi White, and she's letting us know how you can make a contribution to the Family Service Fund. That's the email right there, Sunshine Stimulation Center at yahoo.com. If you drop them a line, they'll let you guys know, you get the account number, and everything that you would need to make a contribution to this cause, man, for sure. I want to know, before you go as well, again, the theme, sharing is caring. Do you have any tips that you can leave with family or guardians that may be dealing with a child that needs extra, like extra special needs, any tips or anything you can just leave us with?
Sure. So my first tip that is really dear to my heart, because I see it over and over. If you as a parent or as a family member have any concern creeping up, even just that little voice at the back of your head, I wonder if there's something going on with my son or with my daughter. Don't wait. Just reach out. You can call us at the Sunshine Early Stimulation Center, or you can ask your pediatrician for assistance. You can ask, you can call up therapists. You can Google what I'm saying to you is, do not wait just because someone may say, maybe he's just a late developer.
Yeah.
The best that can happen is that your child will be evaluated and
Mhm.
you will be told everything's fine.
Yeah.
But if everything is not on that track where it should be at, you want early intervention. You want to start as early as possible. So do not wait. Follow that gut feeling and reach out, ask questions, get help, get support.
Wow.
That's one. And another piece, just because we're talking to F.A.M.E Festival here, and I think it is just so important to realize how food impact your child's development.
Oh yeah.
Please look out for your child nourishment in their diet. It's so important to reduce some of the excess sugars, to reduce some of the excess, artificial colors that really can impact the brain in a very real way. When
Wow.
we talk about art and music, do know that beyond English and math, there
Yes.
are so many intelligences that our children come with. They might be so talented in a creative way
Oh
by
yeah.
building something or
Yeah.
painting or playing music. So do have interest in your children's interest,
Mhm.
and you will find that they can develop in a very smart way, because it's not how smart you are, it's about how are you smart.
Yeah.
And of course the environment matters as well. So we all need to be aware of what environment are we putting ourselves in. So it goes back to that self-care. So you, as mom, as dad, as teacher, as uncle, as auntie, take care of yourself first, so that you can be the best possible mom and dad and teacher and auntie and uncle to the children that we're raising in this community.
Oh my goodness. God, that is amazing. Look at that. Watch what you eat. Oh my goodness. The art. She just it pulled everything that we spoke about. Just encompassed everything that we spoke about earlier today, man. Oh my goodness. This is amazing, Naomi. I want to thank you so much, for taking
Well,
time.
shout out to Gabrielle de Villiers, who's an amazing OT, occupational therapist, and works with some of our children.
Hi,
So you should
Gabrielle.
definitely have
Thank you
them.
for joining. Thank you for stopping by. And again, Naomi, make sure that whatever information you need, you put it in the comment, section below, so we can always look back. Listeners like to.
One more thing, if I may, because I actually, even Badu had brought that up when we last spoke. Hello to Badu as well, and to the whole F.A.M.E team.
Badu.
But for those, out there who are in any form of, therapy, be it creative therapy, we had an amazing dance and movement and creative therapy at
Yeah.
our school for a while, but also due to some budget limitations, it is not always possible for us to maintain long-term therapy involvement. But if you're willing to just donate some of your time, you
Yes.
may want to come and just do an art session with some of our children. You may just want to do dance and movement for our children who, may have cerebral palsy and may find it more difficult to move, but they might just be happy for you to come and dance with them. So if you have any form of way of wanting to give and share of your time, contact us as well. We will be more than pleased.
Oh my goodness, beautiful. So we can just send you an email, right? And then you let us know
That's
because
right.
we do this by email.
Yes.
Oh
Best
wow.
contact is by email. Absolutely.
Right. And do let us know when would be a good time for us to come by to do whatever session that we decide to
Yeah,
do.
all of that we can talk about then. You can, as I said, you can go on our Facebook page as well and contact us there. We may not have the most recent posts on it, but we do check the messages.
Oh wow, amazing work. I mean, I just want to shed a tear. Seriously, when I hear stories like this, it always just hits home for me. So I want to thank you so much for the amazing work that you are doing. Know that you are changing lives, man. Know that you are making a difference for sure. Always goes such a long way. And bless you, bless you, bless you for sure. Naomi, I want to thank you so much for
Thank you for
stopping
having me. I
by,
appreciate this opportunity.
you know, and spreading the word and sharing is caring and being a part of the same family. Badran and Margaret, they are sending love to you. They're actually sending love to all the listeners as well. All the
Lovely.
guests,
Thank you.
viewers. You know, thank you so much, Naomi. All the best, and we will meet in person. for sure.
Yes, we will. Take care.
All right, you too. Wow. Listen, guys. Again, if you want to be a part of it, and head on over to the. I still can't believe this though. This is amazing. You know what I mean? Talk about it, the dancing, the art, whatever you want to be a part of, man. They've got you, man, over at Early Stimulation Center. That's where, if you wanna again make a contribution, you know, with your time, in whichever way. Wow. Oh my goodness. This was a great show, man. I feel like a better person already. Really, every week I leave, I always feel like if I've learned something, there's so many different things happening in Barbados. We have no idea. Like, again, so many different charity organizations. Everyone seems to be involved. I love the fact that we are sharing food, and sharing ideas, again, building, man. That's what it's about. So again, guys, this is where I take my leave. This is going to be happening next week again. This is the F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. It happens every Sunday right here on this Instagram page. All right, so make sure that you follow us on F.A.M.E Festival _ Barbados, of course, sending you love from Margaret and from Badu, the F.A.M.E family. All right, next week's theme. Well, before we get to next week's theme, this week's theme was sharing is caring. Okay. Again, before I give you next week's theme, I want to say thank you so much to all our guests. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really do appreciate it, all right? And next week's theme, where is it? Going East. Found it. We're going East next week. We're really going to the East next week. It's going to be a good one, man. I love the East, all right? So, again, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys next week. I am Mishka Mactor, and this has been another episode of F.A.M.E Weekly Talk. Yay!